Hi students. This is an intro video for the students in my Intro to Literary Study in Critical Methods class. I'm Dr. Marianne Mohenraj. You can call me Dr. Mohenraj, Professor Marianne, Professor, just Marianne. Anything is fine. I'm going to keep this one pretty short because I mostly just want to give you some logistical overview for the first week and the structure of the course going forward. So we're only going to be meeting synchronously on Wednesdays. So that's important. Monday and Friday, you should have gotten an email telling you about this, but just in case. Monday and Friday is asynchronous, so feel free to schedule other things during class time. We won't be meeting on Zoom. Do try to make it to the Wednesday Zooms. If you miss those, you're going to miss a lot of context that is probably going to be helpful to you because the material in this class can be a little challenging. For many of you, this is going to be your first introduction to literary theory. I will try and make it accessible and straightforward, and I personally think theory can be a lot of fun. It's every week we're going to sort of try different things to help us see literature, mostly fiction, differently. So I am hoping that by the end of the semester, you will have a ton of tools that will make it, one, very smooth for you to write English papers, but probably more importantly, that will help you think in more interesting ways about the things you're reading. That's the goal. So on the logistical front, I'm sending out a syllabus. I'm sending out the readings for the first week. I will attach them to the email, but they're also going to be on Blackboard every week, or they'll be linked from the syllabus. You only need to buy one book. It is Literary Theory, A Complete Introduction by Sarah Upstone. You need to order it, you can purchase it by the end of January. I'm fine with uploading images before then as needed. But that said, the Kindle version is much cheaper than the print version. So if you're comfortable with reading digitally, I think it's $3.99 for the Kindle version and something like $20 for the print version. You might be able to find a used copy for cheaper. If you don't have a Kindle, you can use the free app, the Kindle Reader, to read on a laptop machine. So that was my dog and my cat decided that now is the perfect time to play. So that's Aria, my cat. So he is a rescue from Puerto Rico. He was discovered by some astronomers at an observatory at Arecibo Observatory. So he's actually my rescued immigrant space cat. You may see him again. So, okay, back to the reading. So, Literary Theories, Sarah Upstone is the one book. Everything else will be sent through Blackboard. I say in the syllabus, expect 75 to 100 pages of assigned reading a week. It won't always be that much. The first week you'll see is quite a bit lighter because I think we're going to need some time to sort through various logistics matters. The main things you're going to be doing are you're going to be doing reading journals every week. So there's details on that in the syllabus, how you do that. And we can talk about it on Wednesday if you have any questions. Everything you read, basically, you're going to write a little journal entry. They're very informal. They're meant to be essentially notes for you and for your classmates, and they will generate conversation, which is really useful when we're asynchronous, to let you have sort of structure for interacting with your classmates around the text. So you'll see how that works as we go. They also serve as notes going forward. They don't get graded except to check off that you've done them. If you miss a lot of them, you will be getting an email from me saying, hey, what's going on? You're behind on your reading journals. So best if you can just keep up with them. Grading is based, about half the grade is class participation, journal entries, comments, and Wednesday classes. 20% on a short paper and 30% on a final paper and presentation. There is no exam in this class. And I think the last thing I want to cover is what our typical week is going to look like. So each week will essentially be broken into 3 parts. So I'll send out by class time on Monday, usually before that, your assignments for the week. You'll have until Tuesday midnight to do the reading, write journal entries, watch a video from me if I've sent out a little intro video, which I often will. Then we'll meet Wednesday class time, bring your questions. We only have 50 minutes, so we'll check in on questions. I may have something I want to lecture about. Although if it's really just a lecture, I'll probably record a separate video for you to watch. But I'm going to be trying to frame any more substantial reading in the second half. And usually I'll assign more substantial stuff in the second half of the week because you'll have more time. Then by Sunday midnight, do the rest of the week's reading. Journal entries commenting on your classmates' entries. So you'll have, from we meet at 10 o'clock, we're done at 10:50, so you'll have from then until on Wednesday until Sunday midnight to do the rest of the reading. I think the last logistical thing, and then I will let you go, is Slack. So I know we have Blackboard, but Blackboard is not great for communicating between students. And I tried this last semester and it worked well. There's a workplace collaboration system called Slack that I use for the nonprofit I run and my small press for various things. And it's very effective. It works well. My students really liked it last semester. So I'm gonna have you guys join that. And I'm sorry to make you do one more tech thing, but it's the only tech thing and it's really very simple. So I'm hoping people have no trouble with it. So in the syllabus, there's a link to join our Slack space. And please do that before we meet on Wednesday. I'm hoping everybody can just get on and it'll be smooth. And then I've asked you in the syllabus to post a photo in the week 1 channel and an intro. So will mostly reassure me that you've actually gotten on all right. But we'll also let you introduce yourself to your classmates and to me. And then there's a little reading, very little. I've assigned a poem and also a story that I wrote because my main job is actually a fiction writer. And you don't have to like the story I wrote, but it will give you a good sense of me. So I think that'll help frame it for the class. And also it will set us up well for talking about who gets to decide what a text means. Does the author get to decide? Does the reader get to decide? Does the professor get to decide? So we'll talk about that more in class on Wednesday. I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can email them to me. Once you're on Slack, that's probably your fastest way to get a response from me because you can tag me in and I'll get a notification. And if I'm available, I'll often respond right away. You can also tag in your classmates if you have a question for one of them. I'm planning to try dividing, this is new for me, I'm going to try dividing you guys into teams and maybe assigning points for, finishing assignments, and we can see whether red team or blue team wins at the end of the semester. I don't know. Maybe I'll bake cookies for the winning team. I like to bake. So anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, great to meet you guys virtually. I'm looking forward to actually seeing your faces on Wednesday, hopefully. Oh, one last thing about Zoom. When we meet, I understand that there are sometimes tech issues. Maybe you're on a phone, you can't have your camera on. And maybe you need to be walking around or you've got a lot of other people in your space and it's going to be disruptive or stressful for you to not have camera on. So if you need to turn it off, go ahead. I will say that, if everyone turns it off, it does tend to dampen the fun and the energy of the class. So use it judiciously, kind of like if you're comfortable having the camera on for some of the time, it'll probably help. I think that's it. I'll have mine on. So you may see my cat, my dog, my kids, my husband, who is also a professor at UIC in the math department. Any of them might be walking through the background in the middle of class. We will try and keep that to a minimum. All right, I really am gonna let you go now. I hope I'm gonna aim to keep these videos short as much as I can. Okay guys, see you Wednesday.